ready to go.
Yes, it looks like we are live. We are live. Thank you everyone for joining us on
All right.
Healers Talk
Right.
Mondays.
Awesome.
Yes, after a week off, I was off in Miami, so I'm back. And I love that this is the first thing that I'm getting to do, being back. And it's something that actually, oh, wait, hold on. Something's happened. Facebook made changes again. Wait, no. No, we're live. We're good. Okay.
Okay.
So this is something that actually speaks to my heart too, because I have people, when we talk about different diseases, physical symptoms, what to heal, right? Like those symptoms being signs for us to actually heal whatever trauma that exists within us. Well, I get the question many times like, well, what about children? What about babies that are just born, right? And sometimes it's I literally I'm like because I don't know, like I get, like sometimes I can channel and it'll come through. Other times I'm like, I cannot explain that really. So today I
Right.
really wanted to just have this conversation with Jacob, because I know you two channel and you have more wisdom around this than I do. So just for those that really have these questions, especially because there are people that deal with their children going through this stuff. And I know it's not easy, right? They're innocent
It's not.
children, right? So then that's why I really wanted to have this conversation around why is that, if it is about trauma and whatnot.
Right. The thing, well, hello everybody, Jacob Moya here. I'm also a healer and I work with people here at the center, at a holistic center. And I'm also a researcher. I love to research all things energy and see how we can use different things, either on our own exercises or equipment to help us to have a better experience while we are alive. This is a great topic, and it's we can take it as woo as you want, right? Because the answer is always, never easy, right? Anuschka questions are never easy. They're very deep, and so this is the thing. We're gonna go spiritually first, so we can go like at the beginning, and then we go to the physical part as well. Okay, the energetic and spiritual thing, it's that's my thing, right? That's something that comes natural to me. It's something that I've been practicing for many years, and got to do with the fact that we choose to have the parents and the experience that we needed way before we were in a physical plane like the earth, where everything gotta be right or wrong, good and bad, hot and cold, where there's a need for balance. When we are coming from above, it's a place where there's no balance, right? There's no need, everything just is. And that's what we call a manifestation of love. So I know that it's hard for us to understand that someone will come or choose to come in a form that is going to make them suffer for many years while they are in an existence, and it's hard to swallow when we say that, when I mentioned that this is probably something that the person choose to experience for a reason. Now, when you are choosing which place to incarnate or reincarnate in life, come and have a physical experience, you search around, but you search around not randomly, you search around with a purpose. It's first of all, is your time to come because you feel ready with everything. And then the second thing is, who's gonna bring you the right element to create what you want? Think that you are a chef, and that your specialty is like, I don't know, gelatos, right? Gelatos. Okay, so then you start searching around in which part of the world can be a great place for you to develop those skills that you want to experience by being a chef of gelatos. well, you're probably not going to go to India. You're probably not going to go to Alaska. You know, you're probably, I don't know, you know, it's like, what are the ingredients? Where are the places where you can actually get all the ingredients that you need in order for you to develop your recipe, right? And and that's how it is. You know, it's like if you are choosing your kitchen, you know, the kitchen, they have all the ingredients and all the assistants and all the equipment that you're gonna need to do the ice cream. So now we bring it down a notch, and then we're gonna talk about the family situation, the family environment, right? Because now you find out that this particular family will benefit of having a child that is that needs to go through cancer, through a very, I don't know, there's hundreds of things that they can suffer with, but let's just pick cancer. Yeah, a tumor, right? Okay, so why they are choosing this? Why the parents needs to go through this process? Well, there are two different school of analysis, I will say, school of thoughts when it comes to this. One is the one that it was started with the German new medicine. You know that a trauma creates a reaction in your brain, and that reaction in your brain is going to create a symptom, and that symptom is going to create a manifestation, and that manifestation is going to create your reality, basically. And that is the biodecodification. You know, it's the reason why you need to experience as a family that, and it's connected to people that you are carrying the name with, like for example, when children have the name of the parents or the grandfathers or someone else in the lineage, right? It's like you are giving the opportunity to that energy to come back to solve the issues that they need to fix, you know, so the energy of the clan, the family clan, can continue, you know, so they have those things. It can be something that the parents are carrying, because in this school of thought, the biodecodification, they are in I mean, what I'm gonna tell you is just information that comes to me right now, but remember that before they created a therapy based on this, they have years and years of research, hundreds, if not thousands, of cases where they were able to have an hypothesis and prove it, right? That and create a law of that. So this particular case says that all the symptoms in the children that is under 10 years old belongs to the mother. You know, it's the energy of the mother, or the maternal energy, the lineage that is coming through the mother. And then from 10 to 14, I think, or 17, depending on the case, is for men and for women. Then those symptoms can be from the mother or the father as well, you know. So many times we come and create a reality that is based on several assumptions for the babies, because the mother are carrying the babies inside of them and they're growing there. And when they are growing, they are learning how to live, how to think, what things to like, what things to dislike. And we can see that many times when we're in therapy doing regressions, right? That you go through the mom's womb and you can see what your father was telling her, or if he was present or not, if he was abusing her or not, if someone else, an stranger, was attacking your mother. You know, all those chemicals and all those reactions were creating what you as a baby, or for you as a baby, equals life, right? Because that is the only program. And you as a programmer, you can probably understand better, you know, if the computer is going to do whatever you put it there, you know. Right. So the body is no different, you know. It's going to do whatever comes from the program that is receiving. Now, the biggest challenge is on when the baby born, you know, and it creates basically an individual independent life. Because remember that you were running through all those programs, you were assuming and getting all that information in your biology. And then when you come out of the womb and become a baby, you basically are proving to your subconscious mind and proving to all your biology that yes, if all the things that your mother went through since the time of conception till the time that you're born, all those emotions are equal to life because you are alive, and that's what you learn, that is what you learn. And this is who you are, and this is what you're gonna become, and it's very, very interesting because then you have to start working with the parents most of the time, and it's difficult because mainstream medicine is like, if you have this situation, it's because of this other situation inside of your body, and got nothing to do with the energy of the stuff, and I'm just passing here the information. You can either believe it or not, but the best way for you to find out if this is real in your case is to go through your life observing from a neutral standpoint, not wrong, not good and bad, just trying to be neutral, and go to the generations above you and see or notice which programs are repeating, which ways of living are repeating. And that's the reason why many times you find that wealthy people just create wealthy children. It's the way that they think about wealth, because it's implanted to them since they were here. But they also, most of them are very detached because they grew up since the beginning with help, domestic help, that they were raising them, so they don't have this emotional attachment.
Oh,
like
okay.
Yep, okay. Like this emotional attachment that the people that cannot afford help have from their parents and their grandparents, right? You get all these attachments because they are the ones feeding you, they are the ones cleaning you, they are the ones taking care of all your needs. So you are creating a bond. These children usually create a bond with the nanny, but then the nanny goes away and then comes another one, and they are very, very detached. And most of the time, not all of the times, because here in the physical world, nothing is 100%, right? It's most of it, but not everything. But you're gonna find that the value that they put in emotions is very, very limited compared to other people that grew up without wealth, and you can see in the African American communities, that if you have a guy that is a gangster and bad boy, and tall and big, but if the mother comes in front of him, even if it's tiny, she can put him in his place, because they have this kind of reactions, and you can or control over them because of the bonds that were created. But if you see this in a very, very wealthy family, you're gonna see that they fight even in courts. Parents and children, they find each other, and they can easily be very detached emotionally from them. So all these programs, all these biological programs, play a part in the development of a body, of a new body, and it's very, very important. That's this is another school. There is also biodecodification, and that they say that you need to become aware of it in order for you to control it, to let it go. You need to bring it into consciousness and see if you are reacting based on a family program that was inherited to you, or is it, or this is, and if this program really resonates with your beliefs, or if not, just break from it by creating something different. The other school of thought, it's a more spiritual, is less science-based, less researched, but it's as powerful as this, and that is the route of the spirituality, energy, and meditations. You know what it tells you? That you are the perfect version of yourself. You know, that kid with a tumor is the perfect version of himself. And until he's able to feel and see that, nothing is going to heal him. And if he chooses to come with that thing inside of him, is because he has the power to change it and to control it, to transform it, you know? Because the deeper the challenge, the more powerful that the person needs to be in order for you to change it and transform it. So Joe Dispenza work is based on this, you know. Bruce Linton is more like researcher, Joe Dispenza is not only a researcher, but he created a system of, you know what, let's go so deep into the meditations that you are able to become one with the source and become the source, and as the source, break from the past, creating a new future, you know, with whatever it is that you want. Because if you have it, it's here to serve you, but it's not here to hold you, you know. And then from it at the conscious, rational level, because it's your divine right to break from it, you know, regardless if this got something to do with your mother, with your father, with your grandparents, with your lineage, with something that you did, with your past life experiences, whatever, you know, all that is just noise, you know. Just focus on what is it that you want, create it, bring it inside of you, and become it, you know. And he have amazing number of people, I mean, hundreds and hundreds of people that have transformed their lives, healed things that they couldn't walk, and now they're walking, they couldn't see, now they're seeing, they couldn't hear, now they're hearing, you know. But it's hard work through meditations, you know, going inside of you to the deepest levels of meditation, and then creating something that you want to experience. If you want to experience freedom from sickness, see yourself as a health God, you know, where you become health, not just for you, but for others, you know, that you are using this opportunity that the universe is giving you to inspire and transform other lives around you. That kind of thing, you know, but it requires a lot of work, you know. It requires a lot of work to go to those levels.
Being and having faith. I actually am listening to his, oh my gosh, I just blanked on the name of the book. Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. That's what it is. Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself is actually Joe Dispenza's, and it's so interesting because I actually like, I'm taking on what you've been saying, is like actually taking chapter one by like little by little. And I keep going back and I re-listen to it. I take notes.
Oh yeah, that's the way to do it.
I get it. And I'm just like, oh my God, it's all connecting. And yeah, he's awesome. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. And that's the way it should be, because the first time that you learn something, you are creating the neurological patterns, and this information from him, but he actually saw it on the brain, you know. And then when you go back and redo it, then the connections get stronger. And when you go out and explain it to someone else, it becomes part of you, you know. And then when you have it as a part of you, you allow it to prove to you that it's real. You know, it's like without it, is very difficult. But when you have it, when you go through it, then you can actually manifest it. And you manifest it because basically the way that he explained is that you connect the new neurological patterns in your brain while you are stop feeding the old patterns that thought that you were a victim, or that life sucks, or whatever it is, you know. And eventually those ones disappear because get dissolved. They are not keep getting fed with energy, and the new ones take over, and that's what the magic happens, you know.
Yeah, it was
so
really cool. Like the way I'm really getting it, right? Like law of attraction, of course, but it's like really a breakdown of it and how it works with quantum physics and all of it. And
Yeah.
like thoughts are the thoughts are what send the signals out.
Yes.
Emotions are what pull it in, and that in itself is the electromagnetic signature, is what he refers to.
Right.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my God, this all just, and it's like things that I've always read about and heard about, but he just explains it in such a way that it just clicked. And I'm like, this manifestation, it makes
Oh
sense,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. 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 Totally. Totally. But let me take it.
back to the children. Oh, and by the way, Zach mentioned here on Facebook, he said, I saw that yesterday. I saw if you went and stayed inward, you can find the spot, which is what we were just talking about. So yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. And so the thing here is that going a step further is like in your case, using your particular case because it's a real case, right? You were opening yourself to find out a very specific answer, right? And I don't know how you will end up getting that book, but the thing is that yeah, but that's how it is, right? That's how it is. It's like you allow yourself to search for something, and then little by little the things that you're searching start, because once you have it in your awareness, it's like information start pouring. And now we haven't talked about this, and now I am bringing him in, and it's like reaffirming the work that you're doing, right? Yeah, and that's how it is. I was doing a meditation for a private client that I have, that I do meditation with her daily, and she talked to me about her aunt passing, and I was explaining her that we could do, because she helped me to do the work for someone else, the 7-day work that I usually do for people that I am connected with when they pass. And I talk about, well, it's up to you, I say, but really their beliefs come into play. Like for example, if you are a Jehovah's Witness, you have very set beliefs, and that's the kind of thing. And she's like, oh my God, she was a Jehovah's Witness. I was like, okay, there you go. It's like that. I mean, it's not that I am very wise and know what to say at any point. It's that thing about quantum physics that is in the environment.
Like
yeah,
talk about Joe Dispenza, and you happened to bring it up, and I was literally just listening to it up
yeah.
until pause.
Yeah, so that's how it is, right? That's how it is. And so healing is no different. Most of the problem when you have a sickness, most of the challenges to heal something is that the people embody the problem and not embody the solution.
Yeah.
It's why I have this. Big mistake.
Yeah, because
big mistake. Because you're gonna get the answers. You're gonna get the answers on why you have this, right? And this is such a bad thing for me. Well, now you're gonna get the answers that confirm that this is such a bad thing for you. Oh, this thing can kill me. Well, guess what? It's gonna kill you because that's where your energy are focusing. But if you take right. But if you take the problem and you choose to see it as an opportunity of growing, as an opportunity of showing yourself your capabilities to heal something that is challenging, something that everywhere around you is telling you that it's very difficult to heal, that is not going to happen, but you said, well, this is something that I'm going to heal, then the answers that you're attracting to you are about information on how to overcome this particular problem. And that works for everything. If you focus on why you don't have money, why that people took advantage of you, why, on and on and on and on, why, then you're missing the opportunity of getting all the gifts that that experience is bringing to your life.
And that goes with children too, as tough as it is, right? Because we look at them and we're like, but they're so innocent. And I know one of the things that I've learned like it's like that third trimester, for instance, right? I mean, any trimester, you're pretty much in your mother's womb, right? So what your mother does, how she feels, whether or not she wants to have you, or whatever stress she's going through, it's getting transferred into the baby.
Totally.
Especially
Totally.
third trimester, right? So it's like it's so important for pregnant women to really just also be in that high vibe mode as much as they can, right? Where they
Well, that is on the best case scenario, but honestly, remember this, that the soul of the baby that choose to become a spirit and take reincarnation is gonna have everything that he needs from you in order for him to manifest the lessons that he came here to work on. And the reason that I always go this way is because parents shouldn't feel guilt or responsible for their children, because in reality it is not like that. If it was different, let's say that you have I'm gonna go to an extreme, you know, you are a baby that is a product of a rape, you know, of a aggressive random rape on the street. You not even knew the person, you not even seen the face of the person, and you become impregnated, and you are, the result is you, you know. You needed to go through that experience. Why? I have no idea. We can always scratch, and many times for healing we do that, so you can release and let go all the, oh, my mom should have stopped the pregnancy, oh, she wouldn't be at this place at that time, she wouldn't have this, and I wouldn't be this, or oh, I don't have a father, or, you know, whatever it is that you're playing in your mind. But all the rage, all the fear, all the situations that your mother went through when you were being on her tummy, they were there for a reason. You know, this is not a random event. It is something that in a weird way, in a very difficult way, is helping you and serving you. And I know that it's very challenging to listen to this kind of information, but remember what I told you about biodecodification. You know, that when you bring the stuff to your awareness, it's like the first step that is going to allow you to heal and overcome something. But as long as you keep hiding it, you're putting layers and layers and layers and layers and layers and layers of energy that is not allowing you to go here, so it cannot be released. You know, it's stuck, and you move here and it's there, and you move there, is there, you move forward, is there, you go lay down and go to sleep, is there, you know, you are not letting it go. And when you open up those layers and allow that information to finally come and own it, then there's no more reason for that information to stay. Right. You know, because there's nothing else to teach you other than yeah, this happened to me, and there's a good reason why God, my spirit, whatever you believe in, you know, help me to go through this experience. And I'm grateful, because without it, I wouldn't have a body, you know, I wouldn't have a physical experience. And I'm sure that you have also good experiences, right? At some point you have birthdays and you have people kissing you, and you have probably someone that, especially those, they get so much of the attention, right? More so than any other kid, really, because they got to make sure that they get through. Right. I mean, just having the opportunity of flavoring food, you know, it's a privilege that you need to have a body in order for you to receive it, you know, and a smell. You know, going and observing the ocean, even if it's on a video, you know, it's something unique. A sunset, a sunrise, you know, birds. There's a lot of stuff that you can hear, that you can listen, that you can smell, that you can experience. That if you really see how much needed to happen in the air in order for you to be able to enjoy that moment, you will be very, very grateful, you know. And so that's that.
Yeah, and the other thing, I mean, and disabled, right? Those that are born with some kind of a disability. I feel like, um, I think it was like either Wayne Dyer or Stuart Wilde. One of them was saying that again, they choose that, right? They choose that to have more, like more of an observation, be more of an observant in this world than anything, right? And it's like, again,
Yeah,
and I don't know too much details around that either, but it's more of, again, similarly, it's a choice. It's a soul that chooses it for whatever
yeah,
the soul needs to up level to the next level and learn whatever it is that the soul needs to learn, right?
yes,
Another one that I know a lot of people will always talk about, like, well, why, if God is right, so if God is so good, why would there be such disabilities, or why would there be such sicknesses in children? And it's like, well, let's shift it to what you,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, the honest answer is because you need it. That is the honest answer, but it's very hard to say it and to express to someone.
Just say that again.
Is
What is it? The only,
because you need it.
oh, need it.
You
Yeah.
need it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's
The soul level.
and like I said, it's difficult because how can you tell a parent that uh, I'm sorry about that. It was a phone call coming in.
I've
Sorry
gotten a
about that.
couple of those. I keep getting paused on Instagram Live. Oh,
That's it's something that we need. It is something that we all need. And that is the reason why, because we live in a world of balance. And in a world of balance, someone needs to die in order for someone else to live, and we see it everywhere. We kill plants all the time because we eat them. We kill animals because we eat them. What I mean? Because we need it. We need to be warm and we need to be sheltered and so on and so forth, and it's challenging, it's difficult, it's not simple. I mean, if you're trying to understand, Zach, that is on, is getting into these levels, and like all this stuff that I'm saying, it may still be a little bit uncomfortable for him, but I'm sure that he's gonna become like, oh yeah, oh yeah, that's how it is. Yeah, and because we need to reach those levels of awareness in order for us to understand what is behind, to understand the world. uh, I think that Einstein, or at least it's a tribute to him, that's saying that you cannot solve the problem with the same mindset that you created the problem. That you need to shift and change, and well, this is no different. You cannot see the meaning of life with the brain that is going through life, with the physical experience. You have to overcome that. You have to become an energetic self and see everything from a place of total and absolute love. And then you understand that the people that are mean to you are doing you a favor. It's because you needed that, and because without them, you wouldn't be having this very amazing and unique awakening experience.
yeah, and
And
like
that's how
one
it
thing
is.
that I want to add to that, again, from that Joe Dispenza, you can I keep thinking, I keep forgetting the name of the book, Breaking the Habit of Yourself, or Being Yourself. But what I found really interesting too with that, he, similar to what you just said, it's like you can't have a different outcome, you can't have a different result without changing your mind and body, without changing your thoughts and emotions. In order to do that, in order to have that different outcome, you got to also shift your thoughts and emotions in order to create that outcome, right? So that's like a big part of it, of what you're saying, mind, body, spirit.
Yes.
So that's
Yeah.
one of the things that I wanted to point out to you, because that's really important to do such a thing.
Definitely, definitely. And the way that we do it here at the
Look
group,
at
guys,
me,
is with
right?
our meditation. You know,
Oh, for
we
sure.
have we have our weekly meditations, and
Mm.
regardless of the work that you are doing or that you have done, this is a way, this is a roadmap that will help you to connect with something that is bigger and deeper than your rational self. and I know it's a little bit tricky because at one point it becomes even boring. But in order for you to keep yourself there, you need to introduce all this energetic version of yourself, little by little, to your rational self, so you can allow energy to start coming part of you, to start being part of your existence, and so eventually it can help you to make decisions, and live a life.
Yeah.
And you cannot have that without the effort of it's like how you pay the ticket, right? The way that you pay the ticket to be in there, it's by just allowing yourself to go through the process, to take a little bit of time out of your busy life for yourself to reconnect with your internal self and allow that explosion of energy to go through your body. So definitely,
Zach did actually, he mentioned.
good stuff.
Can you hear me? Oh, yeah. Okay, it got cut off for a second. You can hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
But yeah, so Zach, he just wrote, he's like, it's a chance to evolve if we choose to, the disease. And I'm again, synchronicity, Zach.
Yeah.
Literally, I think you wrote that. I was thinking, I'm like, for me personally, when I went through my whole brain tumor journey and everything, I would never take it back. And people get shocked when I tell them that. I'm like, I would never take it back. I mean, I don't ever want to go through it again, of course. And I will never take the experience back because I'm like a different me. I have evolved to a whole nother level. Just like you said, I've grown expansively. I mean, it's like who I always wanted to be, that I envisioned when I, before, and I would never think it possible. And something like that, something that was terminal according to Western doctors, right? Like, according to them, I should be dead right now. That in itself is like as deep. It's like they say the bigger the breakdown, the bigger the breakthrough, the more of the struggle or pain, the more you're going to have the opportunity to choose, right? You mentioned choose to really just become a whole nother person and reborn more than anything, which is
right. Yeah.
I could have been like, why me? Why did this happen? All this stuff. Like, I'm gonna die and take on the doctor's words. That was a choice.
Yeah. And like I said, I mean, this is where you focus on. Is where you focus on. It's
you're a big part of it. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
I gotta get back.
It's
by the way. I haven't
always
too much. And that's okay. No guilt here. No shame. Just awareness. Anyhow, let's see if there's any questions here. Oh, and one other thing I want to mention with all this, right, with children that do come, like there's also the whole past life thing too. And again, that's out there for those, whether you can believe it, you don't have to believe it. It's something that we both believe in. And that's also can be something around when you come into this life as well, right? I would think.
Totally. Because like I said, you were choosing these two parents, right? And these two parents needed a children with that specific sickness, just to call it that way. And then you needed to go through a sickness. So what a better match, right? It's like they need the experience, I need the experience. Let's have this right, And on top of everything, turns out the people that were with you back then, they are in the social circle, to the environment that you're gonna born on. It's like, okay, let's do it, and it happens.
So yay! This is like, I believe this was a really great topic, a bit of an uncomfortable one, I know, for many people, especially those that do have children that are going through something, right? And brought some peace of mind to you. Look for the gift. That's the biggest thing that I would always tell people, is just look for the gift. See that out of the millions of billions of sperm, at least there is a child that made it here, right? And I think that's just the most that we can say. It's just looking at being love more than anything, in situations like that rather than being in the why me mode.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
And join us tonight. We're going to have our meditations, and it's at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and it's $20. Today's the first of the month, so for those that do want to continue having every week an actual, and we have 5 weeks this month too, so you'll get an even better price. So if you do choose to do that, it's $50 for the entire month, and you can come every week. Otherwise, it's $20 for the one time
session. Yeah, and it's also full moon energy, so it's gonna be something. Usually full moons are something for us.
Yeah, and I've definitely been feeling full moon energy. Yeah.
That's right.
Awesome. Well, thanks everyone for joining us. We hope you have a wonderful rest of your Monday, the first of the month of spring, which I'm personally very excited about. And yeah, have a wonderful day.
Absolutely, guys. Stay well and stay connected. Thank you for joining us.
Bye.
Till next time.